All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Jin here, and in this episode, we're going to be working on WildWalker macros. All right, so WildWalker actually is one of my favorite PWE tunes now. I mean, my barb is still my numero uno, right? As far as everything's concerned, but WildWalker is really good at soloing caves, even at younger progression levels and stuff like that. Before I don't have anything for titles really. Or that's 39 titles. And even before he was 105, 105, 103, which he is currently, I mean, back when he was like 101, 101, and 101, he could still solo like all of Warsong, all of the Lunars, like a whole bunch of bosses that you wouldn't think he could. And you're gonna learn that from these macros. All right, so let's go ahead and show. First of all, and let me get this out of the way. Before you get into these macros and before you build a tune, always make sure you learn all your skills, right? Just because you're not gonna know I mean, you really want to know your skills, especially this one, Rising Wind and Mountain Quake, right? Because those are your physical defense breaks, right? People are going to call it physical defense breaks or physical breaks, armor breaks, whatever they call. But this one's at 78%. This one's at 78%. And so if you're in a cave, a dungeon with other people, and someone's got like a barb or dust blade, and someone has 84% or 90% or whatever, you don't want to overbuff theirs and only give them 78%. But that would be robbing the whole squad, and people are going to get pissed off if they find out if you're doing it, right? So make sure that you learn your skills. And let's see what else we need to know real quick. Oh, and if you're wondering, I know some people are going to question why my WildWalker is all black with a coffin with a woman in the back of it. It's because it's a Halloween WildWalker form skin. Okay, I also have the regular one. Okay, but I prefer the dark one. Anyway, so these macros are going to be in two separate sections. I keep them like this, right? Actually, there's technically three different sections. This is your stand-up without Rising Wind, and this is your stand-up with Rising Wind. But it's kind of funky because Rising Wind, the way these macros work, it'll skip through skills. I'll show you in a second. But one of the best things that you can do with these two skills is if you're, let's say you're jumping through caves and you're just trying to go through as fast as you can and you need to kill everything that's in your way. What it starts out with is Wind Step, which dash forward 10 meters. For the next 5 seconds, if the target is within 30 meters, your next attack will teleport you to the target. Evade debuffs while jumping. Okay, so basically, it starts off with this, and then any one of these skills that will hit, it'll go to, right? So, right now I'm going to be pressing the number 2 button, you're going to see. It's going to dash and jump. And then when I tab to the next one, dash, jump, right? And as soon as that's tab, jump. And you can just keep jumping from mob to mob. Oh, someone's there now. I'm just going to show you on that dummy. Okay, we'll move to this one. Now, when you're trying to, let's say you're trying to combo a boss and stuff, and you press this macro, and you see it doesn't actually initiate Rising Wind. God, I can't even speak. It doesn't initiate Rising Wind right away. So either you wait for it or you can use it yourself. There you go. And then you'll see the armor break right there. And so let's look at those two. This is the one without the armor break. And you can see it's got Wind Step. First of all, you want to do the repeat. And then it's got Wind Step, Flame of War, and that's to protect you. And then it's got Heavy Wielding, Rigid Moon, shallow return, punch forward, and gathering cloud. Okay, and I don't put the normal attack after it. Oh my god, this guy is just. Do people not know that someone's filming at the moment? All right, I'm just kidding. Anyways, so let's see. And like I said, I don't put the normal attack at the end like I used to on my other tunes. And maybe I'll start taking it off there. I do have it here so that, like, let's say in Flow Silver Palace, when you're attacking the frog boss, whatever, and turns you into Toad. Well, if you had this at the end of the macro, even if it turns you into Toad and you can't use any of your skills, it would sit there and do normal attack. But for this scenario, because I don't have it there, I can just use the normal attack if it misses, or if it turns you into Toad. Sorry. Anyways, and this is the other one macro. It's on my second macro button, and it's going to consist of Wind Step, Flame of War, Rising Wind, Heavy Wielding, Frigid Moon, Swallow Return, Lethal Expanse, let's see, why is that? Punch Forward, and Gathering Cloud. Okay? So those are the two stand-up macros, and I keep them here. That way, if I need to switch, I can just go back and forth. And I know there's a way to do it this way. Hold on. Yeah, this way. Yeah, there you could just do it that way, but I don't know. I prefer to physically move it and stuff. Anyways, so that's the two stand-up forms. I don't use them much except for, like I showed you, just hopping through mobs. All right, and then let's see. These are the two. Oh, by the way, always make sure you have your waving hands on. That'll increase your attack and your direct damage. Anyways, so let's see. For this one, I always start out with one of these. It's going to be either Mountain Quake or Plane Traversal. Plane Traversal will increase your crit rate. That's how I have it glyphed there. You can glyph these as any way you want. But you can see, I'll show you what my glyphs consist of. Everything I've got 6s on, and mostly, it's a whole myriad of colors, right? Got my blues, greens, yellows, and a couple reds. So those are the glyphs. I don't want to have to go through all of them right now. Otherwise, it's going to be a long video. But anyways, so like I said, it's the same thing with this. Whereas this one doesn't have Mountain Quake, which will reduce the physical defense, or armor break, sorry. And then this one does have it, right? So let's go ahead and try this one. And you can see there's no debuffs. Oh, except for that one. Channeling slowed and stuff. And show you that one. And it's going to be Plane Traversal, Left Punch, Right Punch, River Gulp, and Smashing Fist. Alright, and again, I don't use the normal attack. I do always use the repeat before. And then let's go ahead and show you what this macro looks like. Oh, it doesn't click it from there. Okay. There you go. So it does the Plane Traversal, which increases your crit, and then it armor breaks. And then there's when you're finishing moves, the Cosmic Union. That's a real, powerful attack. Okay, and so you'll see why I have it on here and why I don't have it on the other ones and the other ones. And so this one's going to do the Plane Traversal, Mountain Quake, Hurling Rock. Now this Hurling Rock will grounding for 10 seconds. Let me read the whole thing. Smashing enemies within 8 meters of your target with giant rocks, dealing 140% base damage plus 9,410 physical damage, increases the damage they take by 30% while grounding for 10 seconds. This effect coexists with Heaven's Flame. This effect will not override deep poison. Now you guys can tell me whether or not it actually does. I haven't tested it completely, but I think I see it next to Heaven's Flame, so it doesn't cancel that. But I'm not totally sure about the deep poison. It might cancel the Sin's what is it, that SS skill, Subsea, which I hope it doesn't. I do know it does kind of affect with extreme poison. So like if you do extreme poison, you see it up there, and then this one doesn't even go off on it. All right, so that extreme poison is before this one, so it doesn't cancel with it. So hopefully it doesn't cancel Subsea. But anyways, so that one is basically the same as this one, but it also has the armor break, and then towards the end, it does have the Cosmic Union, which is a real powerful skill. Now, if you look, like that's the one I mainly use in tanking with squads, as long as I have the higher armor break. Okay, does that make sense? And then I switch it back and forth here if someone else has a higher armor break. So you'll always see me in squads like, hey, who's got the higher armor break or whatever and stuff, and you can measure your percentages from there. Okay, so anyways, and then this one right here, it's basically the same, but I don't put Cosmic Union in there. The reason why is because, like, if you're in a dungeon and you don't know the exact timing of like the BM and stuff, I want to make sure I have the Cosmic Union go off at the same time as Heaven's Flame. And so I wait until I start seeing the Heaven's Flame come up, and I'll hit that real quick, and then it'll do massive damage. Like if you do that, you're gonna hold aggro, no problem. All right, and everybody wants to play right where I'm at. Anyway, so that's gonna be your Mountain Quake, Plane Traversal, Hurling Rock, Smashing Fist, Left Punch, Right Punch, Mountain Quake, and River Gulp. All right, and then this one right here. This is for. I'll show you real quick. So this one, you'll see I put the Celestial Eruption, or the 3 spark skill. You can put your demon one here too and stuff. It should work the same. But basically, it's going to go through these 4, and then as soon as it comes up for a cooldown, if it does, the spark skill will just continue to keep going, and then throw all these skills too, right? And so this is great for soloing card bosses. I'll show you that in a second, but we'll go ahead and show you. Oh, and you can see the skills I had on there. Well, you want me to? I will tell you. Okay, so the repeat, 3 spark, Plane Traversal, Mountain Quake, Hurling Rocks, Cosmic Union, and then again, 3 spark, Smashing Fist, Left Punch, Right Punch, and River Gulp. Okay. So we'll see here without any mobs or anything like that in the way. See, first thing it's going to do is spark, and then it's going to go through its progressions. Now, it depends on how fast your spark comes up. See, it might take a little while. So I'm going to go ahead and force it. There you go. There's Cosmic Union. That's going to take. Because a lot of these skills, this takes 1 spark, I do believe. This takes 50 chi, and this takes 1 spark. Okay, but you saw that, like, it just, once it came back up, sorry, my 3 sparks came up, then it launched the 3 spark again. Okay, now I'm going to show you that with the card boss, and I mean, it just keeps going. It's so nice. All right, give me 1 minute, and we'll go check out one of the card boss locations. Hopefully it's free. Okay, this is so OP. Once you guys learn how to do this, if you have your macro set up exactly like mine, this is the best way. Let's see, this silver pool, I had about 2 of the different ones just to just in case someone had occupied this one or the other one. So let's go ahead and get our chi up. We're going to target the boss spawn point. And then I like to have my Tangly Mire here, and then my Wraith orders the card boss there. Okay, and so when I use my auto clicker, I already have it. So here you go. I have a tutorial on how to use that, by the way. And basically, all you have to do now, I have the should be the 2 options. Let's see. Oh, this is a 10. Just go ahead and clear that out. Pick one here. Pick one there. Okay, so it already launched it. Okay, and so after that, you want to have your nation war buff on. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, so after that, just click it going. Oh, sorry. You have to actually click that one, and it'll just keep going. And because you're gonna be sparking all the time, it's basically healing you from all the poisons that it puts onto you, if it was. And the skills that you use will protect you from getting poisoned. Say when he's yellow like that, that means you're getting protected. There we go. And that's it. Gotta turn that off, and it just moved my skill bar. Don't you hate it when that happens? Alright. Hopefully you guys learned something, and let me know if you guys have any macros that are just as good or better than the ones I have, or if you tweaked these macros and made it your own and made it better. Let me know what you did. Alright, and we'll be having more of these for different classes coming up. So go ahead and please click like, subscribe, share, and any comments, questions, or suggestions, leave them in the comment section, and give me your opinion. Let me know what you liked, what you don't, and if it worked for you. And if you become OP, make sure you let them know that you saw it here on the Jinwolfe channel. All right. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back in game. Peace.